Hello, welcome back. It's been a little bit. I just got back from Las Vegas a few days ago. It is now Friday. Got back 3 days ago. Forgive me if I'm sounding a little sick. I must have brought home something from Las Vegas. Started feeling a little scratchiness in the back of my throat, but I'm at the tail end of it, so doing much better. This video is just to go over the deck list that I brought at Las Vegas. I participated in the Calling, not the Pro Tour. End up going 5-3 with this Haladin, which is the Hala-Paladin decklist. Our third loss was on round 7. For side events, we went 7-1. Our one loss in the side events was against Spellcilio. Our 7 wins was against Vincent, Gravy, Jarl, Katsu, Dio, and 2 Puffins. For the calling, our losses, which we'll break down, 2 of the losses were high rolls with no exaggeration. But we'll make sure to break down each of the matchups briefly and just go over the deck lists as well. So for the calling, our first round was against Rhinar. Rhinar was a loss. We end up getting the Rhinar down to 10. We had a turn where the Rhinar was at 18. I was at 30. The Rhinar proceeded to double Blood Rush Bellow. I believe it was a Bear Destruction into Wild Ride into Meat Axe. He had no resources after the Meat Axe turn, or the Meat Axe attack. He drew discard and decided to break Beaten Trackers. And I was like, shoot. So he drew into the Pharaoh Instinct off the draw, discard Meat Axe, and sent another 10 for a total of 41 damage. Couldn't recover after that and end up losing that game, and the first round was a loss. Round 2 was against Jarl. Won the game with 2 life left. It was a fairly grindy game. I didn't get the fatigue, but I was able to gain enough life. I think we gained 20 life in that game, where we stopped all the Terra Sunders, but we accepted 2 of the Oakenold fuses because it kept our deck alive. We were able to keep our deck as healthy as possible while presenting lethal late in the second cycle to win the game. Round 3 was against Mario. This Mario game, we had very strong hands for the first few turns, where we were able to present a significant amount of damage for the first 4 turns. Where the game, I believe, ended by like turn 6. We were able to get the Mario down to 0 while being at 5 life. We end up gaining 5 life for that game. The life gain is going to be important because it's going to be the theme of the deck, and we're going to break that down as well. Round 4 was against another Mario. We didn't see much gas at the early parts of the game, so we ended up going fatigue for this match. We ended the game with 5 life. They ended with 1, but we ended up fatiguing them. We ended up gaining 20 life in this game. We saw a lot of the gas very early, seeing 2 of the Kiss of Deaths, 3 T-Tox, and I think all 3 Saber Bloodsheds used pretty early in the game. But because we were able to hedge our life pretty early, we were able to stay healthy and get them to a fatigue position where they just couldn't kill us at a reasonable range once we got deep in the second cycle. So we were able to fatigue them and win that game. Round 5 was against Dorinthia. The Dorinthia played very well, but I think we played much better, being able to deny every single counter they had that game. We ended the game with 26 life, gained 13 throughout the game. We ended them with 1 life, and we fatigued them. We stopped every Steel Blaze Supremacy from hitting. They didn't hit us with a single Singing Steel Blade reprise. We dodged, I believe, all their glints. Just all the stars lined up. We had the right D reacts. We had the right predictions. The Bluntons hit when they mattered. I think they only went go again like 4 times that game. So it was a very strong. We positioned it very, very well against Dori, so we were able to get a win from that. Round 6 was against Spellcilio. Unfortunately, for our deck list, we only brought AB1 to the calling, saying, well, if we go against a Cilio, we're going to board like it's Calling the Flash, Aurora Cilio. So we just go AB1 and just pray. We saw Storm Shards, like, okay, we just got the race. We got very close. Got the Spellcilio down to 4. Only gained 2 life that game. But they presented lethal with a Storm Strider Aether Flare combo and was able to kill us 2 over lethal. So we lost that game. And then round 7. Oh, what a high roll game. Huntsman is usually very, very, very winnable. I would say it's like 80-20 in my experience. It's a very winnable matchup. But the Huntsman proceeded to high roll us. We won the dice roll, decided to go first. We were going to send a weapon for 3 and sigil Arsenal Pass. Send a weapon for 3, we see Hunter hunted. We don't have Ole in our hands. Okay, they guess a card, and they guess Brimming Blade. So, no more Brimming Blades. Turn 0. Okay, we still have Edicts, that's fine. Turn 3 hits a random 0 for 4. We had a very powerful hand to convert, so we let the 4 hit. Gets a random Overcrowded. Okay. Now we don't have a hedge for the Codex or Frailties. So we go into turn 4. I find Ole, put Ole in Arsenal, waiting for the next Hunter hunted. 2 turns later, we see Hunter hunted. We are prepared. We play Ole, draw a card. They randomly guess. Edict of Steel, and they hit. Edict of Steel. So 4 Edict of Steels are gone from the deck. At this point, we just tried to play deck damage as much as possible. We did get to time. I had 3 life. They had 9. They had about 3 cards left in the deck. We had 2. But they had a coercive tendencies in hand. I know they had 1 more coercive tendency and 2 surgical extractions still in the deck. I believe 1 in hand and 1 still left in deck. So it's like, I don't have gas. There's no way I can deal 9 damage when you're threatening 2 surgicals and at least 1 coercive from 1 card from my deck. So I conceded. Even though a very close game, even though he stripped the Brimmings and the Overcrowded and 4 Edicts, it was still a very close game, but the Huntsman took it there. So our final record was, and then round 8, we wanted to play round 8. Unfortunately, our opponent just ended up being no-show because they were not in for day 2. You have to be at least X and 2 to get into day 2. I was X and 3 round 7, so opponent did not show up. So the 8th round was just a non-contest. So we were effectively 5 and 3, with our third round being round 7. Our 3 losses were against Rhinar, Spellcilio, and Huntsman, 2 of them being very high rolls. But overall, the deck list felt very, very good. Hala overall performed, I think, very, very well. Paragon Plate had a few uses. Its most effective use was against Jarl to be able to dodge like frostbites. Some of the side events it had a little bit of utility. But I'm going to be experimenting with a different main board chess piece, and I'll go over that in a second with a different deck list. The general deck list of how this works is, for those that don't know, this plays like your traditional Hala value list. The only difference is it's able to convert your hands much easier by being able to send 2 blues, maybe like a red Sirens for a 3-card 11 because you get to gain life for the Sirens, or 3 blues with the Sirens with a 3-card 9. You have Truce to be able to have off turns to have a better block in hand to draw a lot more. The whole idea of this deck is there are very powerful turns Hala can take, but they don't always line. You're not going to get them every single turn. You're not Syndra and just barfing your hand every single time. You're waiting like every 3 turns for a good Hala hand. And while you're not doing that good Hala hand turn, you are keeping yourself as healthy as possible. And the best way you can do that is through these life gain effects. You have these aggressive cards, which can come back as life gain. You have, I don't count Truce as life gain because you're usually drawing a card off of this, even though it can potentially gain 3 life, say against Vincent if to do a setup turn. You have the fillers greens, you have the sigils of solaces. Total, this deck gains 21 life. That is your life cap off the 6 Sirens, the 2 fillers, and the 3 sigil solace, not counting Truce. So you can gain a lot of life, and actually through those matches, the matches I would not have won because of the amount of life I would gain. The Jarl, Mario, yeah, just those two. We gain the Mario game. We gained 15 over what we would have had to be dead to lethal. And your game, we gained 18 over what we had to be in lethal range. So life gain really hinges your life total to be able to get your strong hollow turns to threaten back damage to either get him closer to lethal or to do theoretical deck damage by doing weapon deck damage because you can present more damage, which has to force them to block more, which can give you back tempo, which keeps your deck very healthy too. Since you're pitching a Zenith Blade, you're never using a go again card, you're just pitching a blue, which is why Zenith Blade is a phenomenal weapon to keep your deck very healthy because every time you're giving go again, you're never using the card, you're just putting it back in the deck for second cycle. Other than that, this is a fairly standard Hala deck list, but it focuses more on the life gain, and that's when the nickname Hala-Paladin or Haladin. It's more of a paladin life gain attack type deck, so that's where the name comes from. Post Las Vegas, I made a few small adjustments. So going from the calling list to the current list, we're mainboarding grains. In the calling list, we had grains sideboarded against the gravy matchup, but I'm going to try to mainboard it. This is just to do some testing for the next 3 weeks, and I'll briefly explain why none of this is going to matter in 3 weeks. I think I'm going to get a little more value of grains because the amount of value I got off of Paragon Plate over the weekend was very little. There's maybe 3 turns I can recall where it kind of mattered. One turn it really mattered. Other than that one turn, I think there's a lot of times I would have preferred to have grains in a lot of the matchups, especially since Rear Brace is now mainboarded instead of Brave Forge Bracers. There's a lot of times we'll have a floating resource, and instead of putting the floating resource into bracers, we can put the extra resource into grains, which can help some like red hands convert better. It can help it helps hands convert a lot better, especially if you don't see a lot of blues early. Display blue, I temporarily took it out because while it did win one game against Jarl by having exact at the end by dealing 2 damage, the main idea for it was to be able to turn on the Swordsmaster Shine card because this is something you can give a +1 counter during the reaction step along with Beck and Steel. So if you're able to sharpen once, play a red or blue display along with the Beck and Steel, that allows you to turn on Beck and Steel during reaction step by giving it 2 +1 counters, 1 off the beckon, 1 off the display. So it gives you 6 options instead of 3. But I want to test a deck where the more aggressive cards stay in the red, and I'd rather have the cards that matter more in second cycle, like Swordmasters, Path Blue, Beck and Steel Blue, Provoke Blue, even Truce, to stay in the blue slot. The other main adjustment I've made is I'm up to 3 fiddler screens. Oh, pardon me. This is just because the life gain worked so well, especially looking at like the records that I've had for side events and for the calling. The life gain mattered so much in this deck that I just wanted to jump it up to 3 filler. I was at 2. I'll go into the calling along with 2 favor scenes, but my new list now bumps up to 3 favor scenes, 3 fillers, and I believe we're still on 2 Swordmaster Shines. We're also going from 1 AB to 3 AB. We've seen way too many Spellcilios, and I feel like we just have to treat it like a Kano type mirror now, because I think we're going to see a lot more Spellcilios now, seeing like Majin top 8, and talking to my buddy and just seeing the overwhelming amount of Spellcilios that we've seen at the Calling and Pro Tour, even the side events. It's just so many. So I think we just have to bring AB3. And if your local has Spellcilio or is running Ocilio 2, then you adjust the deck based on your local meta as well. Jagged Edge, I was thinking about taking it out for a short period. I was going to swap this Jagged Edge for another Swordmaster Shine. Swordmaster Shine's a great card, but it doesn't convert well. You usually need either a resource off of grains with the blue, or you need 2 blues and a Swordmaster Shine to make it work. But I expect this card to do a lot better after Master Pack Warrior, because it looks like we're going to be a lot more sharpened cards, especially the new blue Sharpen allows you to recur like an attack reaction. We're going to start seeing more of those. So I'm most definitely looking to put 3 back in the deck, but right now that there's 2. And the Jagged Edge is for Ziggy. I have a local Ziggy player, and the Ziggy matchup is quite hard if you don't have a Jagged Edge. If you have a well-timed Jagged Edge, it can make or break the matchup. Crown of Providence is also now sideboarded. There are some times where Balance of Justice is just plugged in because we don't want to run Kabuto, so we just run in Balance of Justice. But if I decide to fat deck 70 cards, I decide to swap out the Braveforge Bracer equipment just with the balance of Crown of Providence. Just have an extra alternative tap piece that we want to use. There's a few times I may want to clean out Arsenal, and this would be the best time to do it. Forgive me. Still feeling a little sick and trying to get rid of this cough, so. Other than that, that's about it. The deck list is relatively the same post Las Vegas. Chess piece is going to be the big one, so I'm going to do some testing on that. We'll see how that feels with some additional testing, but I think the extra resources from Bloodspell is just going to feel a little better. Seeing how much Paragon Plate did not impact the matchups, minus the Jarl matchup. So being able to run grains, especially when I'm not running Braveforge Bracers anymore, should be very interesting. So we'll see how that works. But none of this is going to matter once Master Pack Warrior comes out, because while I do love this deck list, I do like the Fatiguer style Halas. There is a very good chance, not guarantee, but there's a very good chance that I'll be playing more of a sharp and focus Hala, like what Hala typically should be played as, depending on the rest of these spoilers that we get from Mastery Pack Warrior. I would love for like stronger Beck and Steel turns. I would love for stronger Swordmaster Shine or consistent Swordmaster Shine and Beck and Steel turns. If we get enough stuff in Hala that can make these power cards more consistent, that's the type of Hala I want to play, and that's what I'm probably going to be playing in the foreseeable future. But in the meantime, if we don't get enough stuff for Hala, or if we don't see any significant changes, then there is a chance that I will still be staying on this Haladin list. Other than that, that was my weekend. It was very enjoyable. The deck felt clean. The matches felt strong, and I had a blast with her. The weekend was amazing. Las Vegas, I'm not a Vegas guy. I'm a very simple guy. I had more fun talking with the people and just enjoying the event as a whole than actually just being in Vegas. So it was just enjoyable to play the game, see the people, and just to have a great time, especially playing Hala. So had a great time. But thank you all. If you want the deck list, it's going to be in the description in the video below. I'll make sure to post this on Purple as well for those people that want it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I'll try to respond to those. If not, if I don't get to those, you can also message me on Discord. I am Pockets in Purple Discord, Pockets. It's with a little dragon symbol as of today. So just feel free to message me, and I will try to answer any questions I can answer. If you have any matchup questions or questions about specific cards, why you have like Truce in the deck, why is Old Ace still in the deck, why is it important, feel free to message me, and then we can chat about it. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy this deck list, at least up until Master Pack Warrior, and we'll see where Master Pack Warrior takes Hala. All right, take care, guys. See ya.